Brisbane Trail Ultra Safety Briefing. COVID-19 Safety Requirements. 2020 has been an eventful year, but we don't want this to be eventful for the wrong reasons. Along with the formal safety briefing notes below, we must ensure all COVID-19 safe event rules and checklists are followed. Please follow all regulations that apply to the Outdoor Recreational Activities Framework and Events Framework. Our responsibility as event organisers and your responsibilities as runners, support crew, volunteers and event personnel are to comply with the health directions of government and public health authorities as issued, understand and act in accordance to the event plans as set out in this safety briefing, comply with any testing and precautionary measures implemented as directed, act with honesty and integrity in regard to the state of your personal health and any potential symptoms, monitor your personal health and take a cautious approach to self-isolation and report any potential symptoms. We advise you to download the COVID Safe app onto your phone. Our key messages for COVID-19 safety are: stay at home if you're unwell or have a cough, fever, sore throat, fatigue or shortness of breath. Stay at home if you've been in a COVID-19 hotspot in the last 14 days. Stay at home if you've been in contact with a COVID-19 infected person in the last 14 days. Maintain social distancing at all times. Stay 1.5 metres apart at all times. Sanitise hands on entry into each checkpoint with the hand sanitizer provided and as often as required. Cover your mouth with a bandana or other facial covering when coming into contact with checkpoint personnel. Refrain from spitting or clearing your nose on course. Ew. Cough into your elbow. Limit touching of eyes, nose and mouth. Only touch your drop bag and do not handle others. If nutrition and hydration from the checkpoint is required, sanitise your hands prior to filling water bottles. Event staff will not be required to do this for you to avoid unnecessary contact. Follow directions as all checkpoints are one-directional to reduce bottlenecks. When using the portaloos, sanitise your hands prior to entry and spray the cubicle with disinfectant provided when you leave. If you have a support person with you, please give your drop bag to them to take away. All tissues and all other rubbish must go into the bins provided. Do not share clothing, personal protective equipment or other equipment. Do not share food and water with others. Avoid unnecessary contact with event staff. Sanitise your hands as frequently as possible. We recommend bringing your own hand sanitizer in your drop bag. All support crew members must register their attendance. Jump onto our website and go to the race entry page to register all checkpoint locations you'll be attending. If you develop any potential signs of being ill during the race, immediately isolate yourself from others and call the medical hotline for further direction. The BTU event medical hotline number is 0421 003 720. Formal safety briefing. We acknowledge that this is the land of the Turrbal people, the original and current custodians of Brisbane Aboriginal land. We will also be entering Kamilaroi country. We respect the Kamilaroi people and we thank them for allowing us on their land. We acknowledge and respect the Aboriginal landowners and local residents. This is a unique part of the world and we'll be passing through some beautiful and significant areas. Please travel with care. We want to keep our national parks beautiful, so please follow the Leave No Trace principles. Travel on durable surfaces, only run on the marked trails. Dispose of waste at the checkpoints. Respect wildlife. Trail running is a dangerous sport, and there is a risk of you being injured, lost, dehydrated, or just plain exhausted. If you are sick, do not run. Running when you're unwell can be extremely dangerous. Make yourself known to staff and support crew, and we will withdraw you from the event. It's important for you to look after yourself, stay alert, and to watch every step. We advise you to drink to thirst to avoid dehydration. Take a good quality electrolyte like Hammer Endurolite every 30 minutes to 1 hour. Eat every 30 to 45 minutes to keep your glucose levels steady. Have the capacity to carry at least 1.5 litres of fluid between checkpoints. Stay alert to avoid snakes, tripping over or twisting an ankle. If you have been bitten by a snake, you must stay still. Phone emergency 000 or on the day medic hotline 0421 003 720. Avoid moving. Apply your 10 centimetre snake bite bandage and don't move until help arrives. Lie flat and watch the leaves above you. When crossing roads, you must give way to cars and other vehicles. Cars have right of way on the course. Only cross the road if it's safe to do so. Remove your earphones when crossing roads for your own safety. It's good trail etiquette to remove your earphones when running near others so you can hear if the runner would like to pass you and, more importantly, hear if a fellow runner has a problem behind you. Follow COVID-safe guidelines and maintain social distancing at all times. Use the provided hand sanitizer at the checkpoints, emergency water stops, finish line and toilets. Listen to all marshals on the course. They're volunteers and are giving up their time so you can compete in the Brisbane Trail Ultra. Be kind and respectful to all marshals and volunteers. Any runner found disobeying a marshal on the road sections of the course will be immediately disqualified. Police will be on the road sections on Latrobe and Given Terrace during peak periods for your safety. Follow instructions of the police officers. Stay alert and ensure you follow the course markings. There will be a course marker at approximately 500 metre intervals. 3 close markers will lead you around intersections. Forested single trail markings will be placed much closer together. Pink ribbons with a reflector marker in the day, and pink ribbons, reflector ribbons, and a reflector marker at night. Black Cockatoo Single Trail on the 60-kilometre course has been marked at most 100 metres apart, as it can be a bit technical in some areas. If you're injured here, there is little phone reception. Let a passing runner know your location or have the runner find the nearest marker and forward the message on to the CP staff. Our sweepers will be following closely behind the last runner with first aid supplies. Vehicle support will be stationed at the top of Black Cockatoo Trail and will be able to assist. Follow the arrows in the direction it is pointing. The symbol X marks the wrong way. Do not go this way. If you haven't seen a course marker for 500 metres, please stop, think, and retrace your steps and go back to your last marker and check your position on your map. There are many offshoot trails along the course. We have marked the course so there's either an arrow, continue the way of the arrow, or 3 ribbons leading you through an intersection. Only follow these course markings. If you are really lost, stop, stay where you are, conserve your energy, and please call Shona for directions. Contact numbers are on your race bib and we will be able to help you. If you are a 110-kilometre or 100-mile runner, we will be able to track your location with your GPS tracker. If you have not moved from an on-course location for 30 minutes, we will contact you by phone. You must have phone battery at all times. 100-mile and 110-kilometre runners must be weighed in at the start line. Please check in with event staff at the start line. Your weight will be logged onto your race bib and start line logs. You will again be weighed at CP2 45 kilometres into your run. If you lose more than 3% body weight or gain weight, then we will ask you to see the first aid officer for further assessment. If you have lost more than 2% body weight and you're showing signs of dehydration or generally looking unwell, then we will ask you to stay at the checkpoint until you've recovered, or you may be pulled from the course. If you gain weight, this is also a sign of danger as your body is no longer regulating your salts and electrolytes properly. This can be fatal, especially if you continue to drink plain water. We provide electrolytes at the aid station. Please use them. It's for your own safety. Watch your step. Every step. There are many rocks, tree roots, cliffs in the area that we're passing through. Care must be taken to avoid injury. If you run past and someone's injured but is able to walk to the next checkpoint, please alert any on-course personnel and let checkpoint staff know someone is injured. Please note their location, look on the next trail marker, and bib number. This information will aid with their ETA time at the checkpoint. If you come across a runner who's seriously injured, please call into the emergency numbers on your bib and follow directions given. If the injured runner cannot walk to the closest checkpoint and you are the first person on the scene, please stay with them until help arrives. If you're out of reception, please tell the next passing runner both of your bib numbers and give details of the injury or sickness to them. Ask them to phone the medic hotline when they're in reception. It's important that you stay with that injured, sick runner until help arrives. Put on your mandatory gear and stay warm. We will thank you for looking after another injured runner. The time that you lose to care for your fellow competitor will be deducted from your overall time. The National Park may be closed at any time due to extreme weather events such as bushfires, storms, high winds or flash flooding. Continue to your closest checkpoint and we will direct you from here. Evacuation points will be the closest checkpoint. Please listen to event staff and follow directions to the closest CP for your evacuation. It is critical you have mobile phone battery so that we can contact you. Use the provided portaloos or approved toilets at the checkpoints. Spray the toilets when you leave with provided disinfectant spray and use the hand sanitizer provided. If you're too far away from a checkpoint, please move at least 15 metres off the track and away from water to relieve yourself. Bury all faeces 20 centimetres below the ground height. Please be aware we are running in a public space and there will be other people using the course on race day. Please be kind and courteous to all other patrons and maintain social distance between others of 1.5 metres. Please be mindful that mountain bikes are also on the course. Runners must give way to mountain bikes. This is the same for horses. Horses will usually be seen on the fire trails, so please give way for the horses and riders to safely pass. Please don't ride the horses or the bikes, because that's cheating. Although it is illegal for trail motorbikes to be in the national park, they have been seen riding on the trails. Please take care if you hear them for your own safety. Let others around you know what you've heard and notify us by calling the event hotline printed on your bib and also notify the next checkpoint of your sightings. Look after each other. Be kind to your fellow runner. Remember, even though this is a race, trail running and ultra trail running can be a dangerous sport, and we all need to be aware of our fellow trail runners to ensure each other's safety. Be careful and only pass when it's safe to pass. The best way to let someone know that you'd like to pass is to say, "Hello, how are you?" Have a chat and then let them know you'd like to pass. Passing on the right when it's next safe for both of us. Then pass. When approaching the summit at Mount Cootha, you must walk when you're within 5 metres of a tourist. Please ensure that they know you're behind them. Say, "Hello, how gorgeous is Brisbane? Hey, guess what? I've just run 140 kilometres. Or, make up your own words. And then let them know you're going to pass on their right when it's safe. They will be blown away by how awesome you are. Only when you have passed them may you run again. Hellhole Break, Township Break, Westridge Break and Black Soil Break are all incredibly steep descents with a slippery creek crossing at the bottom. So please Be careful, as vehicle access to these spots are limited. If you're injured here, there may be a delayed response time before help arrives. Please, be careful. Stay safe in these areas. We are putting out ropes on Township Break to help your descent. Be careful! The ground is quite loose and it's not unusual to slip here. In the event of a medical emergency, please call the BTU on the day medic hotline 0421 003 720. Enter this number into your phone now. Like actually, now. I'll wait. For all other non-life-threatening inquiries, race director numbers are printed on the back of your race bib number. Event hotline 0417 693 281. Medic hotline 0421 003 720. Shona 0417 693 281. Enter into your phone now. Shona, I'll tell you again, 0417 693 281. Cora 0413 120 931. Enter Cora's number into your phone now. 0413 120 931. Queensland Ambulance Service has advised that all runners download the Emergency Plus app onto your phone. Look this up in your app store under the name of Emergency Plus by National 000 Awareness Workgroup. This will be a direct communication application to access 000 Emergency and will give your GPS coordinates. Vehicles are moving around on course to keep you safe. You may see them at the intersections of Hellhole Break and South Boundary Road, Westridge and England Creek, Boot Break and Burt Yard Break intersection, Township Break, Gold Creek Boundary Road and Creek Road intersection, top of Black Cockatoo, Leahy's Break and Gold Creek Walk Trail Junction. We also have medics roaming the park in four-wheel drives in case of an emergency. All American Wheeling will be our vehicular support, aiding in helping injured runners and help sweeping the course. It's important that we only use the medical staff for medical emergencies. We will have a sweeper vehicle for you if you've had enough. Please leave the medical hotline for medical emergencies only. If you are going to withdraw from the event and suffer a heartbreaking did not finish, please pull out at the closest checkpoint. If you are unable to make it to the checkpoint, please call the event numbers below and let the management staff know that you'll be DNFing the BTU. OMG. Otherwise, we will have to come and find you, and that could end up being a very embarrassing exercise for yourself, as we would have to have a dedicated search and rescue team just to look for you. You must let the checkpoint staff or BTU event staff know if you are DNFing. Event hotline 0417 693 281. Medic hotline 0421 003 720. Shona 0417 693 281. Cora 0413 120 931. Seriously, put those numbers in your phone now. Please leave no trace. Pick up all rubbish that you drop. It's poor trail running etiquette to drop rubbish, and poor life etiquette. Carry all rubbish that you have in a lockable bag and dispose of it in the rubbish bins at each checkpoint. Please avoid single-use plastics in your life and in the race, and make use of the drop bags provided at the checkpoints and your water bottles for Red Bull energy cans. Everyone is to wear their high visibility vest when running or walking on the footpaths from Barden to the city and crossing the roads in the residential area. At dusk, everybody must wear a head torch and a high visibility vest. For competitors leaving JC Slaughter Falls CP7 at sunset around 5 p.m., you must wear a head torch and high visibility vest. For runners leaving other checkpoints after 3 p.m, all competitors, including pacers, must carry with them a head torch and a backup torch and batteries and high visibility vest ready to wear at sunset. Random spot checks will be conducted over the course for the entrance. Time penalty of 2 hours will be given to a runner found not carrying the full mandatory gear list. See the detailed mandatory gear list for each event on our website. There are a few loops or out and backs on the BTU course. Failure to travel through these sections of the course and cross the timing mats will incur a 2-hour time penalty or a disqualification if the runner knew of their mistake and did not return and complete the missed section on the course. Your GPS tracker will show us your movements on the course, so it is in your best interest to pay attention to the markers and follow the course markers closely. Please familiarise yourself with your map or upload the relevant file onto your smartwatches. These spots include the Egernia Circuit and Jolly's Lookout at the 39-kilometre mark of the 110-kilometre and the 100-mile course. Double Taylor's Standpipe Break turnaround loop at the 50-kilometre mark of the 110-kilometre course. On the Culgan Circuit, 12 kilometres from the finishing line of all event courses, this circuit runs in a clockwise direction and follows the natural flow of the trails in this area. Please familiarise yourself with the map and follow the signs at this junction. A timing mat will be placed on the circuit and we will be able to tell if runners miss this loop. Other tricky turns are on the BTU 100-mile course at the Mount Nebo Waste Depot. This is a right-hand turn at the container to follow the Nebo dump break and then onto the horse trail. Another tricky turn is at Cabbage Tree Road, turning left onto Taylor's Break. This is a really wide intersection and at the bottom of a hill, turn a sharp left. You will cross the track through a pebble creek bed. It will be marked with 3 markers leading you around the turn. There is also a sharp right-hand turn from Mount Nebo Break to get you to Checkpoint 1 McAfee's Lookout. Look out for the timing mat at the top of the break on your right and follow the signage. You will then go through a gate before hitting a sharp left up into the checkpoint and McAfee's Lookout. Poles may be required by some competitors to aid with descending and ascending some of the steep sections. Township Break, Boot Break and Side Break are especially steep in the 110-kilometre and 100-mile course and Hellhole Break for the 60-kilometre course. We advise you to pick them up at Mount Nebo State School, Checkpoint 2, before the Westridge Break descent, at Maelia Picnic Area, Checkpoint 3, for use on Boot, Burnt Yard and Side Break, or Dundas Bush Camp, Checkpoint 4, to get through Township Break. 60-kilometre runners can pick up their poles at McAfee's Lookout, Checkpoint 1. We are co-hosting a King of the Mountain style Red Bull climb from Checkpoint 7, JC Slaughter Falls at Mount Cootha. It is 1,700 metres in length and about 150 metres in elevation gain. It crosses over the JC Slaughter Falls access road and finishes at the junction of the Pinnacles and Powerful Owl track. Please be careful when crossing the road at the car park. As always, caution when crossing any road. For the sake of runners, you will not be allowed to park on the far side of JC Slaughter Falls car park as runners are crossing this section. For the safety of all runners, please park at the adjacent picnic grounds, Hoop Pine and Silky Oak, for access to JC Slaughter Falls. This is our busiest checkpoint, as well as a busy tourist spot. Drive with care. All support crew must display their support crew sign on the dashboard of their car, otherwise they will not be allowed into certain car parks. Mount Nebo and Mount Glorious roads are extremely narrow with large drop-offs, with arguably the highest fatality rate in Queensland. It is a favourite spot for cyclists and motorbikes. Please take care when driving up to checkpoints 2, 3 and 4 on Mount Nebo and Mount Glorious roads. Do not speed. The mountain road is windy and there is a large police presence here. If you're on the course after 8 p.m, you are required to have a pacer with you after checkpoint 7, JC Slaughter Falls. Your pacer must be carrying a minimum of 30-kilometre course mandatory gear. Pacers must check in with checkpoint staff prior to entering the course. Please note, pacers cannot pick up their race packs at the checkpoints as these must be picked up at the registration. 100-mile runners who would like a pacer may have a pacer from checkpoint 4 Dundas Bush Camp. Pacers must carry the same mandatory gear as the requirement of the section of the course. 100-mile and 110 course pacers must carry 110-kilometre, 100-mile mandatory gear. JC Slaughter Falls pacers can carry 30-kilometre course mandatory gear. Pacers are not allowed to carry anything for the runner. Any pacer found muling for the runner will result in the runner receiving a 2-hour time penalty. When entering the urban sector, please be extra careful as you will be crossing roads. Stay on the footpath. Give way to traffic and stop at all traffic lights and await a green pedestrian light to cross the road where applicable. You are following pedestrian road rules. The Milton markets will start on Sunday morning, so there may be a bit of extra activity just after Suncorp Stadium. You will also be entering a well-used bike path, the Bicentennial Bikeway, a shared bike and pedestrian area. Take care when turning here at Coronation Drive Tunnel. Be extra careful at these intersections as they are blind spots and a bike may be moving swiftly through this area, especially on Sunday morning 6 a.m. Pacers are your fresh eyes for these sections. Be careful when turning onto the Goodwill Bridge. The same applies as above. This is a very heavily used cyclist area. There may be a few electric scooters out on the bikeway and city sections, so be aware that these riders may not be expecting runners and may not have much experience with these vehicles. Please make them aware of your presence and try to avoid getting too close where possible. Look after the safety of your children. Climbing on fencing and barriers is prohibited. Swimming is definitely not advised in the Brisbane River. Bull sharks are very inquisitive and are abundant in our Brisbane River systems. Congratulations! You've just crossed the line in your Brisbane Trail Ultra. Yippee! Please come into the recovery area, hydrate first with either a Hammer Fizz or Enduro Lights. Have some recovery nutrition. If you're not well, please make yourself known to our first aid staff and we will look after you. You've now finished your race at River Life and have the opportunity to celebrate your race completion safely. Please abide by all COVID-19 safe protocols set in place by River Life to keep us safe. You must be seated to eat and drink, so please join us in the dining area and cheer your fellow runners coming in. Drink responsibly. Be respectful of all residents on course. Noise restrictions are as per usual, minimum noise from 10 p.m. Saturday evening until 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Drop bags will be delivered to the finishing line on Sunday. All finishing line bags will be delivered on Saturday. Stay safe. Enjoy the beautiful rainforests, single trails and views. Look after each other and you will have an amazing adventure.